Hey everybody, I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb. Welcome to the ARTyRV channel and the live stream tonight. And
It's
happy St. Patrick's
yeah,
Day.
happy St.
Yay.
Patty's Day, everybody. We got a little bit of green going on. Mine was kind of a blue green, but a green.
Yeah.
And Barbara's got green, and she's
got a
got
little bit
shamrocks on her shirt.
Do I? No, I don't. Not
You
on
don't?
this one, no.
Okay. Too bad. I was hoping I could pinch her tonight, but that
You
won't
can
work.
pinch me. That's fine.
Okay, here we go. Good.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh, I feel lucky. Okay, everyone. I hope you've been lucky this weekend, and I hope you feel lucky today.
The luck of the Irish.
The luck of the Irish. And we are happy to be here. And it's a beautiful day here in South Carolina. I think it was in the high 60s.
It was. Today it was. And then tomorrow's supposed to be, by Wednesday, we're supposed to be up in the 80s, and that's wonderful weather. Not good glass blowing weather, but a great weather for teaching classes. Speaking of classes, Barb, we had a full class this weekend. Holy cow.
Yep, you sure
And
did.
that was really...
Two full classes, two separate classes.
We did, that's right, because we had a glass sculpture flower class on Saturday, and that class was full. And then yesterday we had a glass make your own holiday ornament class, and that class was full.
Yes, so everybody had a great time. I saw the flowers today. I made it over to the shop today and saw the flowers, and they were beautiful. I didn't get to see the ornaments, but...
Oh, they're still in the annealer.
Oh,
Yeah.
are they?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So,
So we had a good time yesterday. It was hot. It was hot in the hot shop. Yesterday, it gave us the true meaning of the hot shop. It was hot.
yes, they worked yesterday, had a Sunday class, and yeah, everything was cool. No, it wasn't cool. It was hot. It was hot. But for those of you that are here for the first time, I think we have a few new people.
We do, and welcome everybody.
Welcome to the ARTyRV live stream. We do this every Monday night. Ed and I are stained glass artists. We've been in stained glass. We've been doing stained glass for, I've been in it since 1990, and Ed since the 80s.
Yeah,
So,
since like 1979.
79, yeah, he's been working in glass. So we have quite a bit of experience, although we don't know everything. We're here every Monday night to help you answer questions about stained glass and to help talk about things going on in the
We
industry.
share our knowledge, and our viewers share their knowledge, and together there's a lot of knowledge being passed
Yeah,
around.
so many of the people here tonight have, they're beginners, but a lot of them are very experienced artists, and they have their own
And they're-
expertise.
Right, they're well accomplished, let me tell you.
And so if you have a question, just put it in the chat with a Q. And also I'd like to thank everyone that has been donating towards our project. We have a new project going on. We haven't named it yet. It's a project, and it will be the new YouTube studio, which will be in our garage. We need a bigger space. We're expanding our
And we're
live
just
stream.
we're just naming the project. We're not renaming the RTRV channel
Well,
or anything.
you know, it's going to be a studio. So, yeah, we're not renaming the channel yet. Oh, talking about the channel, how many members did we have last time you checked?
Last I
subscribers.
checked, just a few minutes ago, our subscribers were 35,991. So sometime during tonight's show, those of you that haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. And let's get up to 36,000 before we go off the air tonight. That'd be awesome to know that we made 36,000. And remember, you know, our next goal after we pass 35,000 is 50,000. So, and you guys punched out 1,000 subscribers in the last 22 days. That's very nice of y'all. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's awesome. So we've had quite a bit of interest on our new project that we're doing in the garage.
We have.
We had a lot of submissions for the name, and we'll be raising. We need to raise about $5,000 because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding heat and air out there so we can work year round.
Right.
We need to insulate the garage door.
Mm-hmm.
We have to
Paint.
paint the floor, paint
One
the
of
walls.
my favorite things.
The walls just need touching up. They're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, they really are.
We need pressure washing, a lot of pressure washing, and we need to add new drainage outside of the garage so the water doesn't come inside the garage when it rains, which is a good thing. And we need task lighting. We have all the lighting for the studio. Oh, we need one more camera.
Right, and we have tables, so we have
Yeah,
all of our work surfaces.
Right. So we'll have, instead of 1, 2, 3 cameras, we'll have 4. Well, we'll still have, no, we don't need another camera.
We need one more camera. Yeah, we do.
So we'll have 4 cameras,
Right.
I think. I don't know that we can do that.
So, we got something pretty special.
Oh, Beth, thank you so
hey, Beth,
much.
Thank you.
Okay, where's that?
I got it right
All
here.
right.
Beth is gonna get it cranking here.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you very much.
That was very
Thank you.
nice of you. Beth gifted 5 memberships.
Oh,
Or
That's
10
great.
memberships. Thank you,
10
Beth.
memberships.
That's
Wow, thank you.
awesome of you.
thank you.
That is very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So anyway, what I was talking about, the project, the budget for the project, the budget for the project, $5,000. All those items came up to $4,250, and then we added 20% contingency on the budget because you're going to go over. So
Sure.
hopefully we'll be in budget because it's $5,000.
Well, I think that we will. Let me slow this down and get back. Let's get back to green. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that was very nice, Beth, for donating 10 memberships. And remember, guys, grab a hold of those memberships because if you're a member for the month of March, come April 1st or the first live stream in April, you're eligible to be in the drawing for the box of glass that will be given away at the end of this month as well. So
That's right. And so if you're a member by the end of the month, you'll be in the drawing.
Right.
So these people today will be in the drawing.
They
so
will.
You have a
all
chance.
10 of y'all, and we'll be adding your names to the list for next week's live stream. That's awesome.
Yeah, at the end
so
of the-
guys, I see that Ray's here tonight.
Yes.
And he's here every Monday night. So let's give Ray a big thumbs up. He works really hard for us and for you guys. And we appreciate, Barbara and I, along with our viewers, we appreciate, Ray, everything that you do for us. And it's greatly appreciated.
If you want to be in the drawing for the box, you will need to send a message to viewershowcase@gmail.com and just say, yes, put me in the drawing. Okay? And then we'll take all those names and we'll put you in the drawing. So that's viewershowcase@gmail.com. Also, this week we got an anonymous donor. You want to tell them about it?
Well, it's really exciting because I'm like, I'm shaking a little bit because, nothing, everything great happens on this channel with us and our viewers. But so this week we had an anonymous donor to the ARTyRV channel, to our Venmo account of $250. And this anonymous donor said that they would, any donations.
Challenge us.
They
Yes.
challenge us. Any donations that were made tonight and next Monday night during the live stream, that they would match up to $250. So y'all, that's like craziness, and it's I don't know. I'm beside myself, and I want to thank our anonymous donor because it's really awesome, and hopefully he'll those people, he or she, whoever it might be, we want to thank you for being so gracious. So we appreciate it. So
all donations will be matched up to $250 this week and
next
week.
week.
So, and those donations need to go through Venmo.
right. So you can go to our Venmo. Barbara will tell you how to get there because I don't know how to get there.
I'll put it up in the chat in just a minute.
So
I
if
should
you
have done it
go to the
already.
Venmo account, remember too that that all of your donation goes to the ARTyRV channel. So just think, if you donate $10 to the ARTyRV channel through Venmo, it automatically turns into $20, y'all. It's awesome, and we appreciate it.
And we appreciate all the super chats and super thanks given through YouTube as well. It's just that we they take their 55%, 45%, something like that.
A lot of it.
So this is just an easier way to raise money for a project. Otherwise, you can do it the other way. It's fine.
You can
It's the
donate
cost of
either way.
business.
That's right. It's the cost of doing business. But we just, when we saw that anonymous donation, and that's exactly what it went to. It says anonymous. So We appreciate it. And again, guys, it's going to be matched tonight and next Monday night during the show. So we appreciate it.
So I will put that address up in a minute when we get started and when we start answering questions.
Yeah, so don't forget, guys, if you have a question for tonight, please put a Q in front of it and put it in the chat. And, last Monday night, Barb, it was raining so hard you couldn't see straight. Remember?
I know. Mary got to go for a walk tonight.
Oh, she got to go for a walk tonight.
Yeah, she
That's
knew
right.
what night it was.
She did. She knows what night it is. So
Yeah,
that's really.
last week I had a hard time editing the video because she cried through most of the video.
Oh, yeah, she did. That's right. Barbara was like, she's crying through this whole video.
And it was hard to edit. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so let's go ahead and make sure that we subscribe to the ARTyRV Glass Studio
Yeah,
channel,
if you haven't
guys.
subscribed, go ahead
Please
and
do.
subscribe.
Yeah.
We appreciate it, and it goes a long way to tell people that we're a good channel and we're worth the watch.
Right, and we appreciate everything, guys. Thank you.
Okay, we have a question.
Okay.
Tim wants to know, he's doing a piece 18 by 18. I soldered one side last Wednesday, then life happened. Should I clean the side I soldered if I can't get to it for 2 to 3 weeks? Thoughts?
Oh, definitely yes, for sure. So if you solder that one side, go ahead and clean it and then cover it up. Because, if you're doing copper foil, you're going to have to steel wool the other side before you start soldering that again. But you definitely want to, if you can't finish the whole piece, just make sure that you clean it well and get the flux off of it, because it'll stain the glass if you're not careful. So make sure, stopping after you solder it isn't a problem, but not cleaning it is your major drawback. You have to clean it.
Okay.
Thanks, Tim. That's a good question too, because so many of us will forget to do that, and a lot of us will forget to just cover your work at night when you're done working at it, because the oxidation, and now that the humidity's coming up, the oxidation is much quicker.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I know it
At
is in
least
South Carolina.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see. We can take this Mary Cam off for a little while, I think.
Okay, how's she doing?
She's not here.
Oh, that's right. She's for
went for a walk.
WA.
I'll take
Okay.
it off for right now. Well,
There it is.
there we go.
Yes,
Okay.
Mary,
That way I
she's-
can see the screen a little bit
Okay.
better.
Well, we got a lot of viewers in the chat tonight, and
We
we want to
sure do.
welcome everyone to the ARTyRV channel. And if you are watching this on the rerun because you couldn't make it tonight, don't forget, we appreciate that too. So,
Okay, another question. Oh, this isn't a question, but Mary Beth or Frank, I'm not sure which one, said that they want us to know that what you showed them about the grousing off the little points saved them a ton of grinding.
awesome.
Okay,
That's
This
good.
past week.
That's good. So always remember, your curved jaw is on the bottom for a reason. Bink. And removing those ears. Good. Mary Beth and Frank, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that we could help with a problem that you were having. That's awesome.
Do you have any tips on cutting Wismac ripple glass? My grousers just slip off my line.
I'm not sure about, I'm not sure that I quite understand what you're talking about, that your grousers slip off your line. Cutting ripple glass or cutting Wismac glass in general is usually quite easy because their glass is so nice. And so we just wanted to make sure, if you, I'm not sure, let's see, I was just thinking if I had any ripple glass here.
Do you have any ripple?
I don't have any ripple glass here, but I can make a note and bring some home, and we can talk about it next week. We can bring it in,
Okay.
because I do have some ripple glass because I'm I'm cutting ripple glass right now.
I'll make a note of it right here. I want to thank Lorene for
Thank you,
the
Lorraine.
donation. For the donation, we appreciate it. And that was with Venmo. Okay, let me get another question for you.
Okay, Barb.
Do you have any tip on getting the grinder bit off the shaft of your grinder when it's stuck?
Yeah, the best thing to do is, and actually one of our viewers last year told me about it, and because they do get stuck. And the one thing, so you have to take the set screw that's in there. Hopefully you can get that undone. And if not, you can use a little bit of heat, but not a lot, and get that undone. But and then put Phillips milk of magnesia around the threads on that, because what you've got is the glass dust is making it really hard to undo it. The other thing is that somebody said to get a small gear puller, and you can get it from an auto parts store. You just need a small gear puller so that you can push down. Now, just to let you know, they make the quick fit bit that fits on all those different, the shafts are all the same on the grinders, y'all, and the quick fit bit fits on there now so that you no longer have that problem. Okay, so if you can, once you get that off of there, and sometimes you can just take and tap it with a hammer, but don't mess up that shaft and don't bang it up. So a small gear puller is really the way to do it. Remove your grid off of the grinder, and then use your gear puller to lift it off. And then what you want to do also is steel wool that shaft and get all that gunk off of there. And then of course you want to lubricate that shaft before you put on the new grinder head. And if you're going to use the quick fit bit for your new grinder head, then you don't have to worry about it.
Instead of refinancing your home,
Hopefully that answers your question. But,
I hope so. I think so.
okay.
The quick fit bit is the answer though
Yeah.
to that.
Oh gosh.
To that.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's a big deal. Okay. Thank you again, Beth. I think these people really enjoy it, and will hopefully they'll subscribe to our channel. But if they
I hope
just
so.
become more familiar with our channel and come back and view it, we really appreciate it.
We do. We really do. We really appreciate everything that all of our viewers do for us. And
I think that's that these are picked randomly, aren't they, Beth? Did they pick them randomly when you put them in there? That we were wondering about that. You don't get to pick who gets to be a member. I think it's just they randomly pick by people that are coming to the live stream.
oh, okay. I didn't understand that. That's cool.
I didn't either, but
That's great.
apparently how it works.
Well, we appreciate that. So 10 new members this week, Barb.
Yeah, we hope. We appreciate that.
Yeah, we do.
Okay,
We really appreciate it.
Nicole has a question. I am working on a copper foil panel that is 13.5 inches tall and 28.5 inches wide. It is complex and around 220 pieces.
Wow.
It will be framed. Do I need to add restrip to it when soldering?
No, you don't. Not in that square footage. And if you're going to put it in a wooden frame, you're fine as far as and especially with it having 200 and some change pieces. I don't think you need to worry about it moving around very much on you. So.
Ray, yes, you can send a check. What you'll have to do though is make it payable to me because I don't have and I'll put it into an account that's taxable. I don't.
Well, all of the ARTyRV money goes into a taxable account.
Yeah, it goes into a taxable account that I have to report the money. But yes, you can send it.
Thank you, Ray.
We appreciate that, Ray. Okay.
And you have our address, so you can just send it to the shop, Ray. Thank you.
Okay, Carla's pledging $20 to Venmo. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you, Carla. So, Carla, that just turned into $40. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we just
we
had
appreciate it.
a $25 donation as well.
So that turned into 50. Thank
Okay.
you, guys. That's awesome. So that works out pretty good. And to our anonymous donor, thumbs up, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we'll keep
I love all these. What are they called? Emojis on the screen, on all the thumbs up and the hearts and hands.
Well, there
and-
was a lot of shamrocks too. earlier. I saw. Where did I see that?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
that was pretty.
Green. I'm so computer illiterate. I don't even know where those are. So,
I'm afraid if I put some up, I'll lose y'all. So I haven't been doing that.
Yeah, we don't want to lose you guys. We want to hang out here with you. So, so Miss Mary, you can see her. She's being good tonight. She's on her couch, and she has got back from her walk. She's had her little snack, and now she's being great.
She's being a good girl.
And she didn't even know that we got her a really nice snack because
She didn't know. She doesn't
she didn't know she has it.
Oh, okay. She had it already?
No, she just had one of her regular snacks, and she's just showing
Okay.
everyone on the YouTube channel just how big of a girl that she can really be when she's grown up.
Okay. Now, I have another question.
Okay, let's
What
go.
is the best surface and size for horseshoe nails? Surface and size for horseshoe nails.
The best surface is typically plywood. I mean, most of your stained glass tables are built out of built out of plywood. I have found that the horseshoe nails are really nice to use, and they're easy to keep up with. But some years ago I quit using the horseshoe nails, and I just started using a number 6 finish nail, and it's much easier for me to keep up with my work on how I do it. But if you'll use the horseshoe nails, just a little 1 inch. They're all the same size. They're about 1.5 inches long, and they're really, really pointed on the end. So they are good, but plywood tabletop seems to be the best way to work. So
There you go. Another question. This is from Michael. This requires the Wayback Machine. When you first started with glass, was it lead or copper foil? What was the part you had the most difficulty with, and how did you master it?
So when I started working with art glass, I did lead cane, and I was being taught how to bevel glass by hand on what's called a Covington beveling machine, and it was like 12 different wheels, 12 different stations. And the hardest thing for me to master, the art glass part of it, the cutting glass part, because I had done that for so many years prior to it, that was an easy part. The hard part for me to master was actually working on a water bubble on a beveled piece of glass and eliminating facets. That was really hard to do. And I learned how to do it, and it took a winter to do it. And there are a lot of windows in the Myrtle Beach area that myself, while I was working for somebody and after I left that person, I actually bought that equipment and took it with me so that I could still do custom hand bevels for people. Now, we sold that equipment back in 1999, so I haven't done it for 25 years. But that was the hardest thing, I think, for me to master with the art glass end of it. The cutting glass part was really actually the easy part, because I had so much practice cutting tabletops and window panes and different patterns for glass that the art glass part was pretty simple. Cutting the glass
It's a pretty amazing project to do, is that beveling. The whole process is so amazing to be able to
how it cuts the glass by the machinery that that cuts
to take
the glass.
it down to sparkling clear. It's a lot of work. It's hard work, and it takes a good eye and hand coordination to get it right.
Right. And you know what I found out is during the winter months is if I heated the water up that was being pumped in to the wheels to keep the wheels cool, that they actually worked better when the water was warm rather than cold.
Well, I know I would work better if the
my
water
hands
was
were warm.
instead of cold.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. I didn't
Of
think
course
about that.
it
Maybe
did.
it was me that was working better.
I believe it was. Okay, here's another question. I have a question. Is a carbide scriber good for scoring glass?
I wouldn't know because I've never tried it. I don't think that it would be, because it's not a wheel that's rolling. It's going to drag it, and that is not a good way to score glass, by dragging it. Some of you may drag your cutter sideways when you are cutting glass, and I found out a lot of that last weekend before last in the stained glass class. A lot of people drag their cutter when they get down to the last 2 or 3 inches of scoring a long straight edge piece. That cutter, for some reason they turn their hand, and we eliminated that process that weekend
away.
for 5 people. Yeah,
Step back.
step
right?
back. Yeah, half
Okay.
a step back.
That one little thing can make such a difference.
Yep. Well, it
Not
was
that
the
I'm
one.
the expert. I've just heard it a million times.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't say it anymore.
No, I've heard it at class.
Yeah,
yes.
I've heard it. She's heard it at class. I say it a lot at class. And it does work. It's just like the simple little thing with Frank and Mary Beth with eliminating those ears. You know, if it saves them a lot of time grinding, because they're always there. Mm-hmm. Not every single time, but they're there. And if you know how to work with them and not mess up the glass, it's much easier. Saves you a lot of time.
Okay. Let's see. Another question. Karen.
Oh, hey,
I'm
Karen.
glad you're here, Karen, and
Yeah.
glad you're feeling better. I've been worried about you. Karen says, I bought a used kiln, a Paragon Century Express glass fusing kiln model CS16. There is a crack in the bottom flooring. How to fix, or should it be an issue?
It shouldn't be an issue because you're going to work on a shelf anyway, and that.
Just don't move it.
Yeah, don't move it around. Get it where you want it, Karen, and leave it alone.
Yeah.
And make sure that it's on its stand. And the best thing to do on the floor of your kiln is just use some 1/8-inch fiber paper and cut it to fit your kiln. Put that on there, and then put a shelf in there to work off of, and don't worry about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
No, just
Main thing is don't move it
Quit
to where
moving
it
it
gets
around.
worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should hold together. The way it's made, it should be fine.
And when your kilns get hot, they expand, so everything gets tighter rather than looser. So, but that's great. I'm glad you found a kiln, Karen. I know Barbara had showed me a photograph of one that you were looking at, and if you've got you a glass fusing kiln, that's awesome. So, congratulations. Denver must have got a new boat.
Okay, Christine wants to know how I'm feeling. Well, Christine, I'm feeling okay. I haven't really shared this with the channel, but I haven't been feeling too great since the beginning of January. It's the beginning of January,
Yeah,
right?
about the first part of January.
So went through a lot of tests and everything. We finally found out what it is, and right now I'm just waiting on a procedure. And as soon as that procedure's done, then maybe I'll be 100%,
At least.
at least 70.
Right. At least 65,
At least
right?
65. So
It'll be
it's
good.
it's just a little thing with my heart that I didn't know I was having problems with. And now I know what all my problems have been, and things that I thought were wrong with my back. It's actually been
It's actually been her heart.
my heart. So yeah, I'll be feeling better soon.
So
but
all
right
your-
now it's just a sit and wait type
Yeah,
thing.
and all your guys' well wishes and prayers and everything are greatly appreciated, and because we know that you care about Barbara and I both, and she's going to be all right. I'm going to take good care of her, and you can believe it. So
Yeah, we'll be fine.
yeah, we'll
We'll
good.
be fine. Okay.
You know, somebody told me a while several weeks ago. They're like, no, getting old is the easy part. It's all the maintenance that comes along with it that gets to you. And they were
Yes.
right. It's the maintenance, because they don't give us a book when we're little that says this is what you need to do.
So I've just slowed down a lot. I haven't been going into the office. I've been working from home. I just am just a lot more tired than usual. That's the main
Right, but
thing.
we'll get her fixed. We should have her
But I
fixed
should
in
be
the next
fixed
10
soon.
days or so.
Okay, enough about that.
So, but thank you for asking.
Thank you, Christine. I
And
appreciate that.
yeah, so she's feeling much, she's
So
feeling
I'll let
better.
you all know when I go in for my little procedure and what happens,
It's all good.
or he'll tell you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Karen says yes, they pick random whenever you do the membership thing. They do
Okay,
pick random.
okay.
Well, I think that's a good thing.
I
'cause
do
it's
too.
new
I think
people.
that's awesome.
Yes. Mimi wants to know if she doesn't have Venmo, can they send it to Venmo through the bank? I'm not sure about that, Mimi. I just got Venmo, but I'm going to put that address up. It's a simple app that you can put on your phone, and it's really easy to get into. So,
Or if you just want to, if you'd prefer to just mail a check to 708 12th Avenue in Conway, South Carolina, 29526.
and just make it payable to me.
Make it payable to Barbara Streeter because it has to go into a taxable account.
Okay. I guess I'll have to get a ARTyRV account set up at some point separate.
Yeah, well, it all,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. So let's see. I did a little bit of research, and I told you guys because I got a lot of good comments this week about this
Maybe.
pretty
Look
purple
up.
glass that I was using last week. And I said, what did I say? I said, I'll get y'all that part number.
And you did.
And I did. I got that part number for you. So,
Look, Kyle, I'm not sure about that. It sounds like it probably is just in U.S.
but that's okay.
You can donate through.
Through YouTube,
YouTube
Lokai,
as
like
well.
you, just
Well,
as you've
we'll
been
keep-
doing, and we appreciate it very much.
We appreciate it, and we'll be keeping track of that as well.
Right.
So we'll have an update next week. We'll keep you updated every week as to what's going on with the.
Right. And the fact that YouTube takes a percentage of it, that's fine. We get credit for the whole amount when we're now with our anonymous donor. So that's great.
Okay. Hillary wants to know, can they use a tiny amount of Vaseline on the rubber to keep the bit from sticking on the quick fit bit?
Well, yeah, Vaseline will work. Milk of magnesia works the best.
It's an anti-seize.
It's an anti-seize. Milk and magnesia does work a little, works pretty good. What you'll find with Vaseline, because it's going to be waterproof and it's going to keep that. But yeah, you can use a little bit of Vaseline. You can use a little bit of machine oil. Any kind of a lubricant that'll stay back there will be fine. Don't use WD-40 though, because the glass dust will just stick to that.
Oh, Tim, thank you so much. We do appreciate that.
Oh, wow. Tim, what in the world?
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Guys, we were talking about starting in April. We're liable to be starting the end of March. I don't know. That's awesome. Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is of course, we're going to get the drainage fixed, but the first thing will be the heating and air, and then the insulation in the door, and then the floor.
Yes, the drainage has to be fixed first. Now that we've got some donations, I may be calling them next week. That has to be done. It's been wrong on the house ever since we moved in. The way they ran the pipe right next to the garage door.
Yeah, and they just need to get it away from the house. I mean, it's something so silly.
Okay.
But thank you, Tim. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tim.
We appreciate that.
All right. Paul has a question.
Hey, Paul. Glad you made it home safe, and I know being home is a good thing for you.
Okay. It is recommended. You recommended the wood framing stock. It has a groove of 1/4 inch. Does that mean it requires the piece to be framed with lead or zinc cane? 3mm glass will wobble in 1/4 inch channel.
Oh, Paul, they make the channel, and you may have to get it you may have to get it from Franklin Art Glass, but they make the wood that has like a 4 millimeter groove in it for 3 millimeter glass that you don't have to. You can just finish the edge with your copper foil and it slides right into the groove. So the other way, if you use the 1/4 inch, or actually the 5/16, then yes, you should either put lead around the outside edge, Paul, like we did, or if you can put zinc around the outside edge if you need to. But I always recommend to frame it. But that's a good question, Paul. Thank you.
Carmelo Santana says, I want to say that me and my wife are new to your channel, but she is in love with your glasswork.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. We appreciate that.
Pauline, no, I haven't got to make the Russian soup yet, but I will.
We've been trying to eat better. We both, it's funny, our whole lives together, each one of us have always, like, if my right arm hurts, Barbara's left arm hurts. So, and it's funny with these little dilemmas that we're having now. We have exactly the opposite problem. It's just too weird.
With our hearts. Yeah.
With our hearts, we have just the opposite problem with each one of our hearts. So. That's all right, because our two hearts, they beat as one, so we're in good shape.
Okay. Karen, on Venmo, I'll check that. I'll go back and check it. Okay? She said she sent us a Venmo on the 17th and March 5th. I'll go back and check. I can check in just a second.
Okay, and Carla's got a question?
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. That's for you, Barb.
Carla? Where?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
It's ARTyRV. It's the Venmo name.
Okay, ARTyRV.
Yeah, ARTyRV is the Venmo name. Oh, okay. He had to take a 6-hour trip for the new kiln, and he's getting a new trolling motor for his boat.
Oh, okay, that's the deal. I knew there was something going on, Karen. That's awesome. A 6-hour trip for the kiln. But Denver likes driving. Well, he's good. That's all right.
Yes, Ray. Yes, they will match separately. Okay. Okay, thank you, Mimi.
And Loka, thank you so much, hon.
Okay, Shazray says, oh, thank you, Loka. We appreciate that. Shazray said, I'm debating on getting a score 1 cutter. Does anyone have any input on experience with one? I've had surgery on both my wrists, and I'm still struggling with accurate cutting.
If it were me, I would get it.
Yeah.
It will absolutely change your cutting life. And if you're having problems, if you're having problems with pressure, Shazray, and feeling comfortable with your glass cutter in your hand now, and a score 1 glass cutter, once you get it adjusted, you will be absolutely just tickled to death with that glass cutter. And it's good for just about any type of glass cutting. So I would recommend, I have one, and I would recommend getting it if you're having trouble with pressure, and because that cutter adjusts the pressure. Once you get it adjusted the way you want it, and it's got a score 1. I think it's 142 degree angle head on it, cutter head. So you can't go wrong with it. The one thing that you want to do is just keep your cutter head oiled. That's all. Because when you first get it, it's going to be what they call hot, or it's going to be sharp. But then as you use it and you get that pressure just right on that cutter head, then everything will just smooth out and dial right in, and you'll really have a good time with that cutter.
Okay, so thank you everyone for the donations. We really appreciate them.
Wow, that's awesome, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Julie said she just bought one too.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we've had ours probably since they first came out. We've had it since the early 80s, right?
Yes.
Our Score One cutter. We've
Yes.
had that since the 80s. And I've never had to change the head on it. The only thing I did have to do is change the rubber band on the side.
I am Alan is here.
Hey, Alan, how are you? Nice to see you tonight.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our new viewers and new members. We do appreciate you. Okay. Cindy has a Score One, and it works very well. Has had it for years.
You know, we got our Score One when we were building lamps for people. What a great way to cut small pieces of glass as well, you know?
So Venmo is ARTyRV. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, Ed. I think we've answered all the questions. Would you
So
like
far.
to go ahead and?
Well, yeah, and first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share this part number with this beautiful glass that Wismac makes
Yes.
for everybody. And so that's going to be a great little thing. Is my hand correct? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So you guys see what that is, right? That is a Wismac. It's a 218 is the color, and the D is the dense because it's very dense purple. But what you're going to find is cutting this glass, you're going to enjoy it, and it has actually has like a, so when the white runs through the purple, it produces almost like a violet color, and that is just going to be absolutely, when you're using it for, say you're going to use it for a sunset, this is what's going across the horizon right here. This is really pretty. Now I did put a piece of this. There's a piece of this coming to whoever won the glass box last week, and so there is a piece of this coming. But I can see right now that this is at a square, and we're going to square it back up because we have to. You can see you can see how skinny this is and how wide this is. So let's grab our Lepinette running pliers here, and let's go ahead and square this up because this can go. Now most of the time you're not going to hear your score on this glass because the glass is so dense when it's stacked up like that. When you get all this white in here, and then you get all this purple, and purple being a soft color, it's very similar to say for instance, it's similar to a cobalt blue. Now this is a beautiful glass right here, and but this glass right here, this is a Kokomo. This glass is a Kokomo 605. That little thing for her is on the dining room table, Barbara. And so Barbara's going to get the dog a snack. But this blue, because it's so soft, we're just going to cut this like this. Now I'm using a silver snit. This is a 2000 glass cutter. And remember, on this glass cutter, the head doesn't move. It's fixed. But what I really like about this glass cutter is it has this finger stop for my index finger, and then my middle finger sits down near the head and controls it up against my square. And I was really surprised, y'all, that in our stained glass class, we did the intensive weekend workshop where we were cutting glass, and we cut glass, and then we soldered. We cut glass all day long, and then we learned how to cut a lot of glass, and a lot of the students, which we only took 5 students in that class, everyone complimented on something new that they learned that they were having problems with. And that's what that class was all about. And then we came in on Sunday morning and we started soldering. And there's a lot of ways that people solder, a lot of different ways. And by the end of the day, that day, our soldering had improved for everyone. And then when they left, they were soldering like pros. And that's the whole key about that. We learned all about the touch and go soldering method, and then we learned how to count in our heads, allow the solder to melt behind the iron tip, and move slow enough that it produced the perfect bead. And that class, I'm telling y'all, that class is like, it rocks, because you learn so much in that class. So I want you to hear this. This is just a blue, and I want you to hear what it sounds like, because blue is a soft glass. Listen to this. And I mean, I'm not changing the pressure from one glass cutter to the other. Let's use our silver snits, and make sure that we get them lined up, and make sure that our head is. Let's make sure that our head is straight right here like this, and we're going to put this down, and we're going to squeeze, and there it is right there. So fortunately, I did have my running pliers centered where they needed to be, and I did not get a flare, and it's all just really, again, when you're using your glass cutter, it doesn't matter if you're using your 2000 that the head doesn't depress, or if you're going to grab a hold of your 4000 that the head does depress on, that pressure stays the same. Ready? We're going to depress our head. We're going to depress our head. Hear that? Now I'm going to turn this around, because we're going to break it from the hot side. And the hot side, I call the hot side, is the side that I finish up on. So we started that, and I'm not sure if, oh yeah, you can see that. You can see that run right there. There you go. Comes right down to right there. Now I'm just going to drop in behind it. And when I mean drop in behind it, I'm going to go behind the run, but I'm going to pull down and away, just like that. And that chased that run, that when I started it ran to here. And then from here to here, we just used our grousing pliers, held onto the glass, pulled down on the large piece, and the small piece that we wanted to keep came off. And that's all we needed to do to that to make it happen for us. So remember, guys, whether you're using a glass cutter that the head depresses, or if it's fixed, remember, try and keep the same pressure no matter what glass cutter you're using. And also keep in mind that if your glass cutter physically tires you out after cutting just a few pieces of glass, it's the wrong cutter for your hand, okay? If your glass cutter is making your hand fatigued, then it's the wrong glass cutter for you. There are so many cutters out there that you can try. This one here, for somebody that has small hands, this is a great little glass cutter right here. And because you can hold it, you can, all the pressure comes right here, okay? All the pressure is right there on that part of your hand. So hang on, let me get rid of this. Get this off right here, and we're going to pile this up, and we're going to start our run. And we did. Did you hear that little pop? And that run is right here. So now I'm going to take my grousers. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to pull down and away, just like that. Down and away. Okay? I hope that helps everybody out. We got that part number though. That glass is beautiful, y'all. The 218, that Wismac 218, it's a beautiful glass if you're needing a sunset, or if you're looking for something along the top of the horizon in order for it to look like something different than what you're trying to produce. So let's put our cutters in our correct sleeves so that when we do grab them, we know exactly which one that we have. So this is a 2000 sleeve. This is a 4000 sleeve here. And this one right here, this is called the Thomas grip. Okay, and that's a really nice glass cutter. So And this has a TC9 head on it. And this is definitely a Toyo. As you can see, the cutter head is stamped Japan Toyo. So keep that in mind.
Okay,
Hey, Barb's back.
I'm back. I put that address up there for y'all, but I believe, do we have any more questions come in?
I don't know.
Okay.
I was over here looking at this piece of paper and these pair of pliers.
I was going to check and see if we got any more subscribers, because we're trying to get to 36,000 subscribers, and I was
Oh, and I
checking
can't get
it
to
out.
my phone because it's up here.
No, I know it. So, no, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if this will tell me a little bit better.
We're getting there, though.
We're getting there.
So we'll have 36,000. It usually takes about 2 weeks to get 1,000
We
subscribers.
need 3 more.
3 more subscribers, everybody. So if you haven't
Okay.
subscribed to the channel,
If
go
you
ahead.
haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that button and subscribe, and that way you'll know whenever we come up with a new video, or reach
way you'll
out to
know.
give you some new information,
Yeah.
or
So
anything
subscribe.
like that.
Hit the button, boom, and subscribe.
Yes.
And if you haven't done that yet, or if you just did it, welcome to the channel, everybody.
Yeah, we're excited to get our new project underway because it's going to make a big difference. We're going to get more organized.
We're going to be able to do more demonstrations.
Yeah, our demos, we'll have three stations. We'll have 4 actually, where we sit down and talk to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll have a cutting station, and you got a bite. And then
I have no idea.
we'll have soldering and grinding. I don't think we'll do too much on-camera grinding, but when we show you the grinders and you have a question about a grinder,
Yeah.
we can go to the grinder and
Well, what we
and
need
help you.
is we want to bring the Technoglass grinder home, the nice grinder, so that we
Yeah.
can show you the best grinder on the market. And then if you do have a question about it, at least we have it here that we can show you. And because we'll be in the garage in our new studio, I'll be able to show you some soldering techniques, and Barbara will be able to share some of her soldering techniques with you as well sometimes. So
Yeah, so, so we're excited about it. I think
and your cursor's right there on a question.
it sure is. I
Boom.
think we have another question that came in. Elizabeth, hi Elizabeth.
Hi.
Is there a downside to beveling the edges of box sides so they fit together nicely?
No, there's not a downside to mitering the corners on the boxes. Typically, your boxes go front to back, and that makes a nice corner that's quite rigid. But if you want to, they make what's called a lamp bit for your grinder, and that will actually miter, that miters the lamp panels so that they fold up nice, and it'll also do the same thing for your jewelry boxes. So.
Yes?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Actually, if you have that much time, I think it's a great idea.
You know, y'all, I think we already got to our goal for tonight.
What?
Yes, I think we did.
Oh my gosh.
Our anonymous donation will be matched. I'm almost positive. Let me see. Yes, we did. We certainly did. Thank you so much for your generous donations. We do appreciate it.
Oh my gosh.
So I will give you an update on everything tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday.
Next Monday. Wow, that's awesome. And remember, next Monday applies as well as this Monday, so that's great.
Yes.
Y'all,
So
that's
thank you
that's
so
really
much.
awesome. You guys are like the greatest. You're the greatest viewers that any channel could ever ask for. So.
Yes.
And I hope that what Barbara and I do here with our channel help you guys in your endeavor of this this beautiful art that we call stained glass. And it's not an art that's disappearing. It's an art that's growing, and I think our channel is proof of that.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
our
so.
channel is proof of the art glass industry growing rather than shrinking. So
Yeah, I think that people that can dedicate themselves to this craft get a lot of enjoyment from it, And I think that shows, and I think that energy is what causes people to, you know,
Right.
be wanting to do stained glass because they see how beautiful it is and how they affect others by their work. And that means a lot.
It does.
It means
does.
a lot.
And by sharing, you know, there's so many of us that have a lot of knowledge to share with you, because there really are no secrets, guys. And if you know, I just want to let you know that there are no secrets, or at least I don't have any. And anything that you want to ask me about the art glass industry, and if it's something that I can answer, and I feel confident with my answer, then I'll be happy to answer it for you. So.
Karen has an announcement to make.
Okay.
She said that after 10 years, her baby girl is having her first baby, and it's a little girl. And so she has another family member to teach stained glass to. So,
Oh, Karen.
So she's going to be a grandma. And congratulations.
Congratulations, Karen. That's
You're
great.
too young to be a grandma, though. Oh, it's exciting, right?
It is. It is. I remember when our family was growing.
We do appreciate each and every one of you. We'll have an update next week on the project, and we'll be moving ahead. I think the first thing we're going to do is call and get that drainage fixed.
Yeah, get the gutter done.
Get the gutters done, and we'll be on our way. So we have a few more minutes. If you have a question, we'll be happy to answer it. I hope you guys have a great week coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice. It's going to be starting to warm up a little bit. Taylor and I have another week or two of glass blowing to make some inventory for the summer, and we'll be making Christmas ornaments because we got a bunch of orders today.
Yeah, we got some orders today on ornaments. So, yeah, I was just talking about.
And we'll be installing
website.
the stained glass window next week with the
Rondelles?
with the rondelles next week.
Okay. All right.
So we'll get some shots of that as it's being installed.
Okay. Well, are you, how you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling
baby?
pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. It's been a great evening, and this hour went by so fast, Barbara.
That's right. We don't sell glass in our Amazon store. No, we don't. Thank you, Barbara Cadwell. We
thank you.
appreciate that.
Hang on, let me get the screen going for her. There you go,
Thank
Barbara.
you.
It's dancing.
We appreciate that.
It's dancing.
So we'll.
Glad
add
you had a
those
safe
super
trip
thanks
home,
in.
Barbara.
Yes.
It was very, very nice to have met you as well.
Okay. All right.
Let's
so,
get some green here. There we go. We got green.
yeah, we don't have any glass in our Amazon store. I will once again check and see what's available but from what I saw at Amazon, I wasn't too thrilled with the pricing nor the selection. I couldn't really tell
Right.
that it was something that I think you're better off going to a distributor is what I'm saying.
Well, a brick and mortar store in your town that you can physically touch the glass and see it. But the other thing is that Franklin Art Glass carries a lot of Wismac and Kokomo and Oceanside. And remember, just when you're buying Oceanside, you're paying for fusible glass, whether you're going to fuse with it or not. But and then Sunshine Glass in Buffalo, they have like the most awesome display of Wismac glass that can be got from the factory. So they have a lot of that. And that's just another outlet for you. And Wismac glass, y'all, keep in mind, Wismac is so easy to work with. It's so well annealed, and they have some really beautiful colors. And they're very similar, like on their Wismac is the East Coast version of the West Coast Bullseye. Bullseye has so many colors. And remember, they have each color they have 4 of, and it's a transparent, a thin, an opal, and a textured, and they're all, every one of their colors are like that. They're just really exciting colors to work with, and they're easy to cut. Bullseye glass is easy to work with, y'all. Don't let the price fool you. It's fun to work with.
Thank you for the super thanks, Barbara. And Barbara says, you two are an inspiration for us.
Oh,
We appreciate that, Barbara.
Barbara, thank you.
That's
That's
what
very kind.
we love to hear that. Okay.
That's really kind.
La Barbara needs help becoming a member. If you go to the description, Ray may have that link, but if not, if you go to the description of this video, it's at the top of, it's towards the top of the description. There's a link there on how to become a member.
Well, we appreciate that too.
And
well, thank you in advance.
Thank you in advance, yes. Thank you, Carla. Okay. All right. How do you become a member? I see that now. All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, I think that we're going to head out. I don't know if I'm having my procedure this week. I'm still waiting on a message from them, and it's all about getting an appointment, and apparently it's hard to get in. So
Barbara Cadwell, I don't think you're tied in with South Carolina, but she needs an appointment.
yeah, get me an appointment. Apparently what they do now is they, what do you call? They farm that out. That's the only thing I can think of. They let other companies do their appointment. That's a whole other company that does their appointments. They don't do it in-house. They do it in another way. So I don't know that that's better or worse, but, you know, you can't call the hospital and bug them about it because it's out of their control.
Right. So we're not sure. Hopefully they will call tomorrow and get her set up, because we have to drive about an hour and 20 minutes away to get to the hospital where the procedure is going to be done. So
yeah,
but
so
it's okay.
we'll be good, and
Yeah.
we'll let you know when it's done. They say if everything goes well, I'll feel like a new person. Yay.
And it will go well. So
Okay, so any other questions? I don't see any questions. I want to thank Ray for
everything.
for everything. You're the best, and it was good to see all of our members here tonight, and all of our viewers and the newbies, and
And
we
a big
love
shout
y'all.
out to our anonymous donor. We appreciate that
Yes,
very much. So,
yes, we do.
um,
And we made our
if
goal
you're watching,
tonight.
thank
We made
you.
our goal tonight, and I'll let you know the updated figures on
What's going on with
next
the project?
Monday.
This is awesome.
Okay, all right. So we thank you guys,
For the ARTyRV channel, everyone, I'm Ed.
and I'm Barb, and we love y'all.